Good morning to one and all. I am Dr. B. Mahendra Mani, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Islamia College, Maniambadi. Today we are going to discuss about the analytical method of agarose gel electrophoresis. So this agarose gel electrophoresis is the easiest and most popular method to separating and analysis of DNA. So here the structure of DNA, we already discussed about the principle of electrophoresis. So electrophoresis is the separation of biological molecules which is having charged particles. So if it is a positive charge, it migrated towards the negative. If it is negative charge, it migrated towards positive in a supporting medium under the influence of electric field. So here in this case, DNA is totally negative charge due to the outermost phosphate group. This phosphate group is negative charge, so it migrated towards the positive. So the DNA molecule are separated basis of charge, negative charge, by applying the electric field in the electrophoretic apparatus. In the electrophoresis, small molecules, small DNA molecules are migrated faster when compared to larger molecule. So this might be took DNA under quantification. So during electrophoresis, the DNA is quantified according to their migration with their DNA. So here the supporting medium is used for agarose gel electrophoresis is agarose. So agarose is a polysaccharide obtained from the red algae, seaweeds. So it's a linear polymer. It's made up of repeating units of agarobioes, which is made up of D-galactose and 3,6-anhydrogalactose. So at first this agarose is taken into the research purpose in the percentage of 0.7 to 2% agarose. So for example, 700 milligram per 100 ml of agarose is used for the purpose of separation of large DNA, which there is 5 to 10 kilobase per. The 2% of gel generally used for smaller molecular weight of DNA, that is 0.2 to 1 kilobase per. So what are the materials required for this agarose gel electrophoresis? It means gel casting tray. That is a tray which is used to form the gel by using agarose. A sample foam. That foam makes the well on the gel for applying the sample. Electrophoretic buffer. It is a buffer used to support the transfer of electricity from the power pack to the gel. And the power pack, it supplies the power to the instrumentation. UV transilluminator used to visualize the DNA after the electrophoresis completed. Loading dye. This loading dye generally used to identify the DNA where it is migrated during the electrophoresis. So generally the loading dye is made up of 4 gram of sucrose or glycerol. That sucrose or glycerol gives density to the sample. When we are adding on the well, it is going to settle on this bottom. Another 2.5 milligram of bromophenol blue. It is a tracking dye or marking dye. It used for tracking where the gel is, where the DNA is migrated in the gel during electrophoresis. So ethidium bromide, ETBr is a intercalating agent. It is used to visualize the DNA. When the ETBr is added with the DNA, this ETBr going to bound the hydrogen bond between the nucleotides. So it forms a orange color when we visualize under the UV transilluminator. So this is the visualization agent. It is going to visualize the DNA fragment with minimum of 20 nanogram of DNA. There is a precaution is required. This ETBr, ethylene bromide, is a cancer causing agent. That is a mutagen. Be careful when you are using ETBr. So during gel preparation, the ETB are added with the gel. So after the separation, it can be visualized under UV transilluminator. We get the bands. So it is the UV transilluminator. After the electrophoresis can be visualized and photographed using cameras. So it is the procedures, operating procedure. First thing, casting the gel. For this casting the gel, we need to casting tray. It is the tray, there is a two side is always open. So you have to wrap by using cello tape. So after that, this agarose with the particular percentage 0.7 to 2% is prepared. This agarose is mixed with TAE, TBE, trisboric acid and EDTA buffer. Either buffer you can use, but TBE is recommended one. Use this agarose is dissolved in TBE buffer and keep it in heating near the boiling part. If few bubbles are appear during boiling, you have to stop that boiling. So after that boiling point reaches, this beaker with agarose with TBE buffer removed out and is cooled down up to 45 to 50 degrees Celsius. After that, you are going to add ETBr, ethidium bromide. A 5 microgram of ethidium bromide is added to that beaker and that is poured in the already covered tray. When we are pouring, you are going to keep this comb after pouring this agarose into the tray. You just keep the comb here, it makes the well for adding the sample. Auto loading the sample. So the DNA may be isolated from the source of different biological sample, may be isolated from the bacteria, virus or any tissue homogenate when you are doing research. So the DNA is isolated and the DNA is mixed with loading buffer, sample solubilizing buffer. So the sample solubilizing buffer that already we mentioned that contain glycerol, sucrose or bromophenol blue. So equal amount of sample, DNA sample is taken, that means 100 microliters of sample with equal amount of SSB is mixed well and going to shake it well before adding. So the sample is pipetted by using aqua pipette or micro pipette. Each and every well is going to add 1 microgram to 2 microgram of DNA. So you should estimate the DNA present in the sample when before you are adding to wells. After adding the gel, the sample is added to the wells, you are going to electrophoresis. The tray is keep it into electrophoresis apparatus. After that, the sample is applied and the buffer, tank buffer is applied. So this agarose electrophoresis is called as submarine gel electrophoresis. So the buffer is added above to the gel. Then the voltage is applied 5 to 8 voltage per centimeter. So you have to measure the length of the tray, casting tray. If it is small, you have to keep 50 voltage. If it is large tray, you have to keep 100 voltage. According to the tray, you have to keep the voltage 5 to 8 voltage per centimeter is to be measured. So after the sample application, the electrode is connected with the power pack. The power pack supplies the power, so the DNA is negative charge is migrated towards the positive. The migration is determined by the movement of bromophenol blue tracking dye or marking dye in the gel. So visualization, after the tracking dye reaches to the bottom of the gel, you have to stop the power pack and the gel very carefully taken out into UV transilluminator. So if you are exposing this gel into UV transilluminator, it visualized look like this, the orange color fragments are shown like that. It is the another dye that are the other staining methods are used: cyanogen, bromide green, gel red, methylene blue, beryllium crystal blue. These are the different staining methods are used. For example, cyanogen bromide. green requires blue light transilluminator. When we are using ethidium bromide, UV transilluminator are used. Here cyanogen bromide green, you have used to blue light transilluminator. So there are different transilluminator for different type. So commonly used is ethidium bromide with UV transilluminator. So when we are exposing to UV transilluminator, the DNA bands are formed in the orange color fragments. So what are the applications of these agarose-gel electrophoresis? The agarose-gel electrophoresis used to separate, isolate, quantify the DNA present in the unknown sample. It may be whatever the biological sample. So this agarose-gel electrophore used to analyze the PCR products, primer, synthesis, DNA isolated, and the DNA may be isolated from the southern blotting. So this all are identified through agarose-gel electrophoresis. So this agarose-gel electrophoresis generally used in the research purpose. The research students, PhD scholars of biochemistry, molecular biology, clinical biochemistry, and forensic science department, they identify specific DNA of interest. So the forensic department, there are so many crimes, murder squad, they isolate the sample, isolate the DNA that can be identified to find the suspect persons. So that can be identify, separate the protein, separate the DNA from other mixtures, protein, RNA, DNA. If it is mixture, we are going to separate the DNA from that mixtures. So this is the way the agarose-gel electrophoresis is used for research purpose. So thank you once again for all watching this video, and you can download this slide in slideshare.com and academia.edu also. Please don't forget to subscribe this video. Thank you.